Hey everyone and welcome to another episode of Popcorn. This evening I have Tammy Walters with me. She has just come back from Los Angeles for the Hollywood Immersive. Tammy, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Not a problem. Now, you just came back from LA. What was it like? What were your first impressions?
Well, I first got off the plane and I was a bit hesitant because had told that it wasn't so glamorous like I thought. But as soon as I got off the plane, I felt like it was home. There was just something about the atmosphere. It was so alive and cultural that I just felt like this is a place that I could live at.
Must be all the creative energy from all the creative types in LA, like just blasting straight at you.
Yes, definitely, yeah.
So tell us about the Immersive. What is the Hollywood Immersive? What is its goal?
Basically, it's to get up-and-coming artists to go to LA, you stay in Hollywood, and you basically get an idea of what it's like to be in showbiz. So you go and you meet casting directors, you meet managers, you meet PR consultants, you work with amazing acting coaches at the Beverly Hills Playhouse. I cannot recommend them enough. And you basically just get to live the life of someone of a successful actor in Hollywood.
So did it encourage you or discourage you?
It definitely encouraged me. I felt that in Perth it's such a small community and there's not much that does happen when it comes to the arts. So I really didn't think that my dream was ever going to happen. But going over to LA, it awakened this creative person inside me, and it just made me more determined than ever to just go for it wholeheartedly and see what happens.
So what were all the coaches like? Were they really supportive? Did they tell you the truth, or was it a bit fluffy? Like, I'm just very curious.
No, they definitely tell you the truth, but the way that they go about it is just they're very supportive, and they will straight out come and tell you what your strengths are, and then they will tell you what you're weak at, and then they will help you to improve that. And it's just, I think the way that they word it, the way that they help you is so vastly different to here in Perth, that it really makes you think like that it is possible for your dream to come true.
Well, that's it, because I have noticed sometimes, and not at all times, because there are some very nurturing people here in Perth too.
Yes, there are.
But with such a competitive industry, especially in LA, you'd think it would be sort of a rare thing for all that support, but you didn't find that the case.
No, I didn't. I mean, a lot of people did say to me that it can be quite nasty in Hollywood. And there may be people like that, I don't know. But from the experience that I had, everyone was so genuine and they were so kind that it felt like home. That's basically what it was. Is I was worried I'd go to LA and then I would think, I don't want to spend the rest of my life here, I don't want to live here, sort of thing, and deal with these people. But I went over there and it just made me think that is where I want to be. So
that's amazing. So you ready to pack your bags?
Oh yeah, if I could tomorrow, I definitely would.
Well, it's probably still a long road ahead, but
yes,
congratulations on getting through it, and it sounds like an
Thank you.
amazing experience.
No, it definitely was.
And if anyone else is interested in the Hollywood Immersive, check out the Immersive website, because there are some opportunities there for musicians as well. So I'm sure there are other opportunities coming up to audition, so check out the website. The Performing Arts Perspectives Committee is showcasing 2014's best student performers from music, dance and drama. This is going to be shown at the Madge on the 12th and 13th of March this year, so get your tickets now from Ticketek. If you want to get into commercials or music videos, then Genero TV is connecting filmmakers with clients. You can bid or apply for projects such as commercials for the New Zealand Tourism Commission or your favourite band's music video. So hop onto genero.tv now for details about the next project. Earlier today, I caught up with Perth producer Simon Camp, and we talked about his new micro-budget feature, Football Breakers, and a lot more.
Okay, so the film is called Football Breakers. It's actually foot/ball/breakers. And it is about a couple, a young couple. They're engaged and they buy a house together. And then the year before they get married, the guy convinces his fiancée to let him and his mates move in and live as if, the bachelor lifestyle. The lifestyle he's never had before. So it's something he wants to, I guess, tick off his bucket list before he settles down and gets married. It doesn't necessarily go to plan, but it's Australian comedy. It's funny.
Okay, how did you get into filmmaking, Simon?
You know, it was a long roundabout way. I was a firefighter for a number of years for the forest department, and I quit that and was sort of at a bit of a loose end. And I've got some friends in Los Angeles, and he was constantly, you know, one of them in particular was constantly sort of trying to get me into producing, because I'd run a lot of little businesses and all sorts of things as well. And he just thought, you know, you'd be a good producer. Come. So
you got the business mind.
Yeah. So whenever we were on. Whenever I was in LA, he would sort of, you know, take me on set to productions and stuff like that he was working on, which was really cool. But he was down here for These Final Hours.
Oh, yeah.
And he stayed just down the road at a family home down here. So I would, you know, naturally I'd be hanging out with him every day, reading scripts with him, reading his lines with him. And it wasn't until I was on set at These Final Hours that I was like, okay, I can really see the... For me, I was trying to transition out of firefighting, and that's very, you know, the structures involved in firefighting.
As I say, they're
very similar.
I thought they would be very different.
No, they're very similar. You're on location on a film set. It's very similar to a control point firefighting and the chain of command, all that sort of stuff, and it mixed well in with my business aspects and business side of things. So I was, you know, it took a little while, but then once I was hooked and I had that realization, I was like, okay.
And then the passion was inflamed. Exactly.
And it was basically, you know, transference of passion, I guess. But, you know, now I'm in it. I've been in it for couple of years now, you know, and I dive into things head first.
And thanks again for the chat today, Simon. It was really enlightening about how to do a micro-budget feature in around 4 months. So congratulations to you and your team. And if you're a broke student, a broke adult with a full-time job, as so many of us are these days, you'll want to get onto Rio Tinto's discounted tickets for the State Theatre. Rio Tinto, the mining company, is discounting tickets for first-come, first-served punters to every show this year at the State Theatre. So sign up online now for your email alert, and it's first in, best dressed. And thanks for watching another episode of Popcorn. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and tell your friends. And if you see yourself as a reporter, apply through our Facebook page. And if you think tonight's show wasn't up to scratch, it's probably because our director didn't show up. Thanks again, and see you next week. Let's not make it too easy for Jeff. Wait, are you still recording?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hi, Jeff.